It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Taken down at the 42. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's complete. It's Okurebunon. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On 2nd down, Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
4th down. Here's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. Well, they had the solid field position there to start the opening drive and didn't have to really move it too far to be in range and take the 3-0 lead.
And a lot of times I think that even I look at this a little bit negatively because of where they started with the field position. Hey, they still got 3 points out of this drive. Got a little momentum going. Got things set up for the rest of the ball game. Take the 3, be happy, and move on.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Finally, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe some explanations.
On second down, Gordon once more. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by McManus is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And the mile high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On play action. Now Rodgers. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Wilson on first down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And again, it's Rodgers. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Being chased out left. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
Take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. 14. Zebra.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. It got his man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score. Packers 14, Broncos 13. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Broncos.
Play action. Now Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Eric Saubert, 29 yards. And the Broncos have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On first down, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Out to his left. The left side completion to Jones. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Rodgers will throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll give to Williams, running right. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Wilson on the move to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
They'll go again to Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is third and inches. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And some space. Randall Cobb on the breakaway. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Now it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan from 8 yards out. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came up...
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 76 yards on the ground for him so far.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. 7 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard. Patterson to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, a run with Patterson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Cordell Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rodgers now on 1st down. And Lazard's got it again. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
And again, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Rodgers now on 1st down. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
The pickup of 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Hey, 88.
On play action, it's Rodgers. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let him do all the work and then someone catch him at the end and pass him up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
82 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mariota. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. First and 10, it's Patterson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mariota now from the 50. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Buying time to his left. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On play action, now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers going to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go around. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 99 yards rushing. It's been tough to stop here this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mariota. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Drake London, his intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. This one into the hands of Pitts. He's got room at the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 55 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. They'll try and run right on the option. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Third down, here's Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Running left, here's Patterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, as the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Packers take over at first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, take 26.
Rodgers now to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 33. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle, Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again,
And they'll throw with Rodgers. Flushed out right. This is caught. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
A right side run with Patterson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Here's Patterson again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 155 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll give it to Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Play action now. Mariota. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Handoff running left, Patterson. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bryan Edwards
From 13 yards out.
And the Falcons have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense,
This is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that is incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
Pleated out left to Dobbs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
He finds Watson complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? answer. They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure against...
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, 193 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
They'll go again with Patterson.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll go. It's Patterson.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes forced out to his left. Looking downfield for Kelsey. It's caught at the 10. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 52 yards. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Caught on the slant. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, 300. Go.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
4 yards. And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Box it.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
26. Back them off. Outside.
And again, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Chiefs make it over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Hey, Dick 26!
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. A solid stiff arm. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a first down carry by Jones. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They go play action. Now Mahomes steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster, 40 yards. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted.
It's Joshua Williams with a pick.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
On the out route, he finds Hardman.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 6.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mahomes now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
23 yards, the final tally.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open,
And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Catch is made by Hardman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
So they look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Green Bay Packers. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Now Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
79 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, second down. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Mahomes, rolling to his right. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. It's complete, Lazard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Throwing on 2nd down, Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Able to find Lazard. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Rodgers again now.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left.
A check down here to Jones.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. They still can't get it. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Hurts will throw. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 31, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Hurts. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
26.
Throwing is Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
2nd and 4.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Now Rodgers.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. That a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting. And he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they're
trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hey, pass.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Come on. Hey. On the ball, now. Pack the 11.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught by Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. From 13 yards out. And the Packers have come back to make it a 2-point game. Rodgers will throw for it. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but, hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Hurts. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 15-8. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On the counter, here's Jones.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. An inside give to Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Rodgers going to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he's got room. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Another run with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Hurts.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Come on. Hey! Seven Pirates. 18 Rebels. 79 Broncos.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Packers take over first down at their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 55 rushing yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And they give the Jones off tackle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run off tackle with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
They'll go again to Jones. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They go back to the ground with Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So the defense helping them out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Of course, the game can't end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one, unless it happens again and there's another defensive penalty.
Ready? Here's alert. Dragon 60.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
It all came down to one final jump ball on the Hail Mary, but partner, the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high-percentage pass to try and tie the game. But the Hail Mary, that's what they had to work with. And now they're just hoping that their jumpers can get up higher and are stronger than the defenders. Not the case in this instance. They end up losing the game.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Singletary to get the drive started. And some room to work. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
But Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Packers 0. Tyler Bass will be kicked off for the Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, Rodgers.
Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 53 yards rushing for them on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Allen will try again on 2nd down. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. 7-7, our score after 1. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Allen. Dancing to his left. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step and utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Here's a give to Jones running left. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
86 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Now Crosby for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get... He's got him in. Complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 64 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run here with Singletary. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second and goal, Allen eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to second and 15. Throwing is Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now a play fake. Rodgers rolling to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Allen to throw once more. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Packers' D comes up with a big stop. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big play that time through the air. 43 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. They find some open field here. And out across midfield down to the 45. 125 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues. Now a first down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, They brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Allen going to go on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, Rodgers.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw again on second down, Rodgers. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
To throw again on second down. Allen. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw, it's Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
149 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Room here to run. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 9. A big pickup of 38. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis.
Complete to Mercedes Lewis. A gain of 3 yards. Brings up 4th.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now Allen. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
On 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Singletary again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball. Said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he's going to have a Packers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A give to Jones. To about the 40-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's second down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half. But their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, Enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.